Hey YouTube, coming at you with a viewer submitted video from Christy. She's a member on the channel, so I appreciate the support. So I have added the ELO range above, so 2100 to 2200 ELO. She says, I do not have a superior or chestnut, but that's okay because Meganium is my favorite starter of all time. The meta is ground heavy, so I've been playing around trying to make this team work. Became comfortable with this team and decided to record it. Learning a lot, thanks. So history time, because that's what this channel does a lot. Before there was superior, there was Meganium. Meganium for a while, well, before Meganium there was Shiftry as the main grass Pokemon, but then there was Meganium because it was one of the earliest Pokemon, besides Venusaur, to get Frenzy Plant with Community move. So with the Frenzy Plant, know how hard it hits. It just became super, super strong and kind of like superior, unlike Venusaur that is not bulky. Meganium is quite bulky. So you had the Divine Whip Frenzy Plant on a very bulky Pokemon. So it became top meta, and then superior kind of took its spot, I think, because it has a quicker Aerial Ace as opposed to an Earthquake. So pairing it with Clodsire, Wiggly, two bulky Pokemon. So the whole team's pretty bulky. You are double weak to ice in the back. I do notice that. So double weak to ice and Wiggly's like, okay, just neutral against most things that are ice here, except for a Sandslash, which would be a bit of a problem for this team. So a Sandslash I can see as being a problem, but we'll see how it plays out. So let's take a look at the battles and go from there. Okay, a Sandslash. This should be interesting. So going to just stay in this matchup, which honestly you kind of have to do, and you are lucky that it is a Shadow Claw and Sandslash. So Shadow Claw is resisted because of your half normal typing, so that is great. Just taking these resisted moves, the resisted claws. I would maybe throw here, force a shield, or take this out, because even though it's resisted, Swift should still chip from this range. You could just shield and farm down. Yeah, I kind of like this play because you have so much energy. Keeping switch and being able to chip something that comes in, I think, is correct. And it is another Shadow Claw user, so that is resisted, which means that you may be able to get off another move here. So getting off two Swifts, this is why Wiggly with Swift is actually quite good. Remember how Clefable is top ranked and I said it was overrated? We're seeing a lot more Wigglies and no Clefables. And this is for the reason. Swift on Wiggly is good as a same type attack bonus move. You should be getting out here quicker. I know you banked in, there's no reason to bank a move, really. I would probably just have gotten here quicker just to get these stone edges off. Because with the 50-second timer, what I don't want is you to not get to the second move here because the switch timer's up. So Dark Pulse lands. You should get another move off, so that's okay. It looks like a CMP. And at this point, it's fine. They can just kind of... you probably won't even go down, quite honestly. But they do come in, and this is, I guess, where banking the energy works. You could probably live an Ice Beam from Feraligatr. It'd be close, but I think you could probably live it and just throw... Aerial Ace is not going to take you out from this range. So we will easily live this Aerial Ace. Get to the Frenzy. Yeah, you could just Vine Whip down. That's fine too. Okay, again, Feraligatr with Shadow Claw is not a bad matchup, and a non-Shadow at that. So I'll be interested to see how hard these Hydros hit. You can definitely take one, that's for sure. Take one and commit to the farm now, coming out with energy. No, going to double shield here. Now the thing is, you do have two bulky Pokemon in the back, so it's not like the worst case scenario to double shield a Wiggly. I personally don't like double shielding my first Pokemon because that leaves you very vulnerable in the back, especially if they get ahead on energy here in the mid game. But Wiggly is chipping a good amount here. So going to get another Icy Wind off to lower the attack even more. They are basically sacrificing this and then are just going to go 2 shield within the back, which I also don't like that move. because then you don't know what I have in the back yet. So you're really relying on not getting like punished here. And it is a superior. So we're going to chip with this. You should be coming Clodsire right away. The reason I say Clodsire right away is because the poison stings will add up and you want to get to 2 moves here. The only problem is you letting them get like 4 Vine Whips on your Wiggly just means that they're going to get to 2 frenzies really quick here. So they could shield this and get to another frenzy for sure. Now, I don't know if it takes out because 0, 14, 14 IVs here. Oh, nice catch, actually. That's actually a really heads-up play to try and catch this move on Meganium. And now Frenzy is more than enough. It should be enough. These Frenzies do hurt. Aerial Ace is super effective, but you live 1. Ooh, get to another move. But if they just dumped all their energy, that's a benefit for you because you can probably even still live a Frenzy. But banking that energy, force them to dump all their energy to take Meganium out. And this is like sort of the strength of bulky Pokemon. You know that almost always they will live 1 move, which forces your opponent to like really drop a bunch of energy. So good lead. Registeel. Oh, this is just a really hard punish here. Focus Blast and Zap Cannon are both resisted. So very easy. Definitely get the first one off. Just see how much it does. I'm guessing it won't KO and you'll still need another one. So I would be over farming here. I'm not worried about moves from the Registeel. So you should probably go at least 5, maybe 6 more. 3, 4. Yeah, 4 is fine. Like that's heads up. Honestly, for 21 to 2200, you're playing basically how you should be playing. Nah, okay. You just ruined it. You just ruined it. I spoke too soon. Okay, so you still have a Clodsire that can get to Stone Edge. You have a Wigglytuff, which absolutely walls Altaria, and you don't know what's in the back yet, but you would have hard count out of the back too. There's no reason to give that switch up. Clodsire is an easy in. Poison Sting is neutral against Altaria. Stone Edge is super effective against Altaria. You stay in that matchup. You then get the switch back on Wiggly, and then you would have got switch here. But even if it wasn't a water in the back, you could still stay with Wiggly and chip for a bit before getting to Meganium. But now you run the risk of now having Meganium on their Altaria. So you need to double shield these moves to ensure that you keep that alignment. So you got to double shield. And this is why you just put yourself in a really weird situation here. Oh no. Because now the Dragon Breath can take you out. You maybe have enough damage and be able to Stone Edge. Oh, they're just going to let this go because they can kind of see the writing on the wall. But yeah, no. Don't give up switch like that next time. I think they're just like, they know they're defeated anyways, but still got to make the right play. Oh, sorry. I thought I just did a bad editing job here. Okay, let's go back to the jumping success and transition hard into the match. Okay, good lead. They go into Azumarill, easily met with Meganium. So getting off that frenzy, this will not take out, but it'll do a ton of damage. Now the question is, how much damage? Can you commit to the farm down? I think yes. You'll live an Ice Beam for sure. I think you could chill. That's fine. But you better be committing to the farm down here to come out with an Earthquake for the Dragon, which is going to come back in. Just going to go for the double Frenzy. Frenzy does chip a ton, so this may actually do 50%. No, okay, yeah. I think maybe next time you want to go for the Earthquake first and then put it in Frenzy range. And now trying to snipe. Okay. Let's get to it. Okay, neutral lead here. Whiscash. So, they're going to get to the Scald first. That's fine. You can live a Scald. The only question is if you want to shield in case you want to try and get an Icy Wind and lower their attack first. You got to throw before. Even if it doesn't take him out, you got to put pressure on that shield. and they give up switch into Dewgong, and here is your double ice weakness. So down a shield and seeing an ice Pokemon in the back. Gonna come Clodsire, because well, I mean both are super effective. You could have gotten Vine Whip Frenzy to do super effective, or going Stone Edge here. Hoping that the bulk of Clodsire you can live a few moves, but these are gonna add up really fast. Do grab one shield. They should get to another move here though. Oh no, you get to CMP. Okay, or just like a slightly delayed. You would be taken out. They do lower your attack again, which means that they're going to live this. So now you just burn your second shield. You're still probably going to lose switch here. Now going to instant swap here into Meganium, which you should, I was going to say outpace, but they had a bunch of energy locked back. So this will lower you, and now they're going to switch into something else, I'm guessing. I'm surprised they didn't try and keep this alive. But going to go down here. Maybe they just... Yeah, see, I would have instant swap. Maybe they worried that Machamp can't take a frenzy. Actually, yeah, that's actually smarter. Because I forgot they have the Whiscash on the front, so they can't come back into that. And then if they come into the Machamp, they're already so far behind on energy that they would just be taken out quick. Now you have the Whiscash, which is going to outspam this. Take it out with a Mud Bomb, and then can they Mud Shot you down? Yep, they cannot. Okay, great lead here. And they're staying in, which is insane. Cross Chop is neutral because you're half normal, but you'll live if you want to just let it go. But maybe seeing that they don't have a great answer for this, so they eventually come Azumarill. I don't know why they didn't come Azumarill right away. If they were going to make that switch anyways, why do you take so much damage on your Machamp? But okay. So I think you need to go one more Vine Whip for your fast move timing to make it 8 turns versus 9. Ooh, that Frenzy did a lot. Out comes the Machamp again. This will be good because it'll force a shield or take out. And they decide to let it go and go 2 shield Clodsire. So getting into the mirror match right away. So Earthquake does like 60%. So for sure you will live 1. But at this point with a shield, what are they doing? Okay. That puts you in a good spot. This is an easy bait if you want, because they have to shield no matter what, because they're already down to the yellow. So you could have just gone Stone Edge here, because they're going to have to shield. And now trying to snipe with this. Got a bit of a lag there, but still managed to get it off. The only problem is now you come in to put yourself in farm down range. So they're going to come out with like a move and a half here. Yeah, you kind of have to come back Clodsire to draw out that Earthquake. Hope it has Stone Edge, because a Sludge Bomb would probably take you out. Nope, you do live and you'll get to move there. Okay, I was about to say, Wiggly is... The thing with Wiggly, why it's always been a super strong Charmer, on top of that half normal typing, which kind of is, resists all the claws and stuff, like ghost moves, is that it's one of the more bulkier fairy type Pokemon. You got a lot of good leads here, and you have a really tough matchup here. So what I would have maybe done is... So your double, I understand that you have such a good matchup with a fairy into a fighter here, but you also have a grass, which does super effective with water, and a poison, which will resist the counter. So when they switch out into the Abomasnow here, to come in, yes, you have super effective poison and super effective Stone Edge, but Obama has super effective Power Snows and a Weather Ball and are ahead on energy. So you put yourself in a kind of tricky situation to come in here immediately with one of the 2 Pokemon that are weak to ice. You may, if it were me, what I would personally do is I would have chipped, like, I would have stayed in for like either the whole time or at least to chip them to like 50% health. Because now they lower your attack and do super effective. And if they shield this and get to a second Icy Wind, you are going to be in trouble here. So that's exactly what they do. They shield up. They're going to get to a second Icy Wind. you're either going to lose switch, which is fine. You can see, because now you're even shields. This may still take out because the Abomasnow is pretty glassy, but 2 times lowered. There's a chance, non-shadow Abomasnow, there's a chance that it won't take out, and it doesn't. And now you just come back Wiggly anyways, right? So there's no point of jumping around. There's no point of like going to the matchup, having a bad matchup behind on energy, coming back in here, giving up switch to then get lowered your attack and lose alignment, right? So there's too much jumping around here. Yeah, there's too much jumping around here and not the right jumping around, in my opinion. So get farmed down, and now you have a grass Pokemon against a loaded... Oh my goodness, they're so dumb. Okay. And they decide to leave their flying, fully charged Gligar and get into a water Pokemon. You need to like farm up there, because you need to come out with like almost a Frenzy Plant and a half, knowing that they're loaded. Looks like we'll win the matchup anyways, but I would have maybe come out with a little more energy. I know you don't want to take an Icy Wind, so maybe you had to throw quick, but yeah. Okay. Talonflame. So, ooh, here comes your double fire issue that I didn't even mention, because you have a Pokemon. Okay. You have a Pokemon that Charm is resisted by fire and a super effective fire on Meganium. And now you have a Pokemon where you don't have any charge moves for. Your fast move is doing super effective, so that's good. Going to shield, but I don't even know what the point of this shield is, because you still are in trouble. Because now you're just leaving 2 Pokemon that have no play against Talonflame. They shielded, but you are leaving 2 Pokemon down a shield against a Talonflame, which is going to sweep your whole team. So I don't know if that's the right play. Now we're going to go back in here, knowing that they're just going to come back in with the Talonflame. Honestly, you would rather see it here than on your Meganium. So next time in this matchup, you may even want to just stay in on the lead instead of coming in right away with your... You need to go 1 more charm there, FYI. 3 charms to 9 versus the 10 Incinerate. But next time you may just want to actually like just stay in with your Wiggly if you know that you're that weak in the back with Meganium. Because now they're going to boost and going to shield. You need to go... Your fast move timing needs some work. You need to go 2 poison things there instead of 1. And they let it go. So this is fine. Superpower will chip here. And you have no shields. Okay, Frenzy, that's fine too. And it is an electric in the back. So that is useful. It'll be interesting to see if they just go Psychic Fangs and then or Dark Aura Wheel, or if they just go double Aura Wheel with the electric being resisted first, but it's still going to chip a ton. Okay, no. Psychic Fangs first, and then they're going to go Dark in the back here, which makes sense. And you're definitely going to lose CMP because this thing is a very, very attack-heavy Pokemon. So not much you can do there, but yeah, next time if you have that bad, oh yeah, you still have Pokemon left. But Psychic Fangs will be super effective. Is it enough to take out from this range? It is. Yeah, attack heavy Pokemon like that, sure. Again, Talonflame. Look at you. It's like you learned. So it's like you learned that you can't come in with your only answer. So going to shield anyways, and again you need to go 3 charms, 3 turn move, 3 times 3 is 9 versus Incinerate 5, 2 times 5 is 10. That's how you minimize. If you only throw 2 charms, that's only 6 turns worth of moves, so they get that essentially 4 free there. So you want to just try and minimize that if you can. But again, the problem, so you have to move here because they may shield. You have to let the first one go though. Oh, they don't shield. Okay. That's great. Dunsparce. Rollout resisted. Draw run obviously super effective. So going to shield up the draw run because that would be super effective. And you just went on 3, which is going to give them a full rollout through. So just going Stone Edge and then catching a draw run. So good catch on the draw run because that is resisted. And it is a water in the back, but being down shields means that they could just shield this and get to an Ice Beam, which is what I assume they will do. because an Ice Beam with these Shadow Claws should take you out. And it does. And can they get to a Hydro before you get to a move? You are at the Stone Edge already, so this may take out Shadow from 50% health. 1 HP they live with, but you do get the poison thing off. Now, does a Drill Run take you out from this range? It's going to be close. You may be able to live a Drill Run from this range. And we're gonna find out right now. Does Drill Run take you out? And if not, do they have back-to-back moves? You live, and you take them out. So nice takeout there in the ending. So you got to stay in this matchup, obviously. Weak Connection. I feel like I'm playing one my game. Nope. 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 No. I was gonna say, come on, man, but I know you're not a man. Okay. So same thing that I'm going to go talk about with the Abomasnow. You're double weak to ice in the back. You have a great answer in Meganium on the lead there for Gastrodon. In fact, it's an incredible answer. So I would have personally just stayed in with the Wiggly and out-charmed and Swift your way into a win there, as opposed to giving up Switch once into an ice type against something that hits super effective. Now coming in here and now getting hit with your own poison because they're gonna have an answer for well, no, they won't have an answer for fair guarantee because it was a Gastrodon on the lead. But you just need to you can't get into like a bad matchup behind on energy. It just sets you up for failure. And now you're down a Pokemon, down a lot of health here. They're going to get to a move. It is just a Sludge Bomb, which is very, very resisted on the ground poison. So not even going to do a Tickle. And then at this point, just going to commit there. They come in Dewgong and just get farmed down for some reason. Gastrodon's not going to have a chance. You're probably going to win this game anyways, but I still don't like how you played this out. I think you just need to like stay in that lead matchup with Wiggly. Try to out-charm it. Like even lower their attack with Icy Wind if you want. Just out-charm it. And then align your Meganium on their Gastrodon. That's how I would personally play it out. But I mean, these are just my suggestions. You definitely don't need to listen to me. And I actually kind of, not that I like being wrong, but I do like when you guys in the comments give like, actually, you said this, but I would think this. Like, if you think there's another way to play it out or they played it right and I said otherwise, I mean, like you can put it in the comments. Go for it. Otherwise, thank you for the submission. Hope this was helpful. Yeah, a lot of the double, like you have a lot of, this is why I don't really love the team. Double weak to ice in the back. The fire, double weak, like a fire problem there. What was the third thing I said you're going to have problems with? I forget. Oh, like, yeah, I said Ace Sandslash is ice. But yeah. So I don't know if I love the team. I like the bulk. I like each of these Pokemon individually. Clodsire is obviously super strong. I've used Wiggly a couple times this season, and I know it's probably the strongest fairy in the meta at this point. And Meganium, again, I do hold a soft spot for it because I remember how strong it was for a while there, and I remember using it for a while. So you probably go see some old videos on that if you're interested. But I think probably not the best grass Pokemon to use at this point in the meta. But thanks for this mission. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys in the next one.